7. I win. So the next exotic you find is mine.
Hey, I didn't agree to that. I'm sure a thrall will appear now any second, and we'll be even.
Nope. Nothing else is gonna come, Reg. So I win. Fair and square.
Look, I never agreed to anything like that, Troy.
Yes, you did. During our patrol on Mars, you
Will you
said...
guys please shut up? I can barely hear myself think.
But this is important stuff, Land. We need to figure out who owes who what before we find our next exotic.
With all due respect, our mission is more important than you two fooling around.
Hey, come on, man. It's just a patrol. Calm down.
I can't calm down. Don't you realize that this patrol could be a test? By completing well, we could rise to the big leagues. More important missions and finance for better loot. And maybe, someday, we'll be just like the legendary Guardians of Fireteam.
I heard those guys are actually idiots.
I mean, have you watched their mission broadcasts? One of them is crazy. One never knows what's going on, and their leader seems to be lacking in the social life department. Of course they're idiots.
Hey, at least they get the job done, and one day we will be as famous and as powerful as them.
Infamous, more like.
Say, what was our patrol even for again? I sort of forgot after killing more hive than either of you could handle.
Show off.
There was an unidentified signal coming from this cave system, and we were the closest fire team, so we were sent to investigate.
You mean, it's probably nothing, so they sent the new lights to look into it so other more important guardians don't waste their time.
Look, are you just gonna stand there and bicker all day, or are you actually gonna help me look for whatever is causing this signal?
Why don't you just whip out your ghost and get it to look around for a few seconds? Usually works for me. I don't even have to pay attention or understand what I'm looking for.
Wait,
What is it?
it's the signal. It got closer while I wasn't paying attention, and then it just disappeared.
What does that mean?
It means we're not alone.
Land, look out!
Troy's down. It got his ghost. It got his ghost, man. We gotta leave.
Wait, you can't leave. Help me. My leg was caught in the blast. It just needs a minute to heal.
We don't have a minute.
Reg! Reg! Alright, buddy. Help me out here. You gotta fix this leg. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Where are you? Where are you? Come on, please. Just let me go. I'm a newly risen guardian. I never did anything to you. Just let me live, please.
You came back. You're one of
Please,
them.
no. Please, no.
I won't let you
No,
come back
wait.
again.
No, wait.
Alright, so, let's get this started, shall we? You remember me. Your friend, Cyber Prime, Guardian, God Slayer, Hero, and most importantly, the leader of my fire team, which you may know as the Fire Team of Fools. Man, I wish people would stop calling us that. But this job, this responsibility that I have to be a guardian of the last city, it takes a lot of time, and I mean a lot. And it has some pretty heavy losses, too. But I rarely stop to think about it, because that's what Guardians do. We fight for humanity no matter the cost. And man, I've been busy recently. Especially since the other members of my fire team have decided to take a vacation, leaving me on my own to continue all the missions given to us. And by the Traveler, I've been doing a lot. I've helped kill the last Wish Dragon. I've fought for Petra to contain a time loop in the Dreaming City. I rebuilt a long-lost weapon foundry which also made some crazy battle toasters. I also stopped some Fallen who attacked the last city looking for said weapons and battle toasters. And I fought alongside Petra to contain a time loop in the Dreaming City. The Drifter needed me for some shady stuff that I don't feel comfortable thinking too much into because the 9 confused me a lot and Gamba is... well, it's Gambit. But I got in Callus's good books, I think, by helping him, like, with his menagerie and solving some problems of the hive mind controlling a big cabal and becoming an infestation on his ship variety. And I also fought alongside Petra to contain a time loop in the... Wait. But it was all worth it, because I got some cool loot and made some possibly traumatizing but still unforgettable memories. And now I think I've earned myself some well-deserved time off. And that's why I'm finally here. Alright, Ghost. Play me something chill. Huh. I wonder what they did with Doug's scrap. Okay, Ghost, you can turn off the music now. Man, this place is still quiet. Well, whenever the Fallen aren't tearing it apart at least. You know, when you said yes all that time ago, I bet you weren't expecting all the things we'd get up to. All the things that almost killed us. All the adventures before. Man, the Red War sucked. I know you were out of the tower when they actually attacked, but we lost all our stuff. Our loot, our ships, sparrows, and most importantly, my Galahorn. You know, I never did find that in the wreckage afterwards. But anyways, you're probably getting sick of me recounting this stuff over and over again, which is why I promise, this might very well be the last time I take a trip down memory lane with you, here. Maybe. But I came here not only to remember what we've done, not just to get away from the noise and the missions for a bit. I came to say something to you that I never got the chance to. I came to say I'm sorry.
Cyberprime?
Holy shit.
Oh, shit, I'm sorry. Do not shoot. Do not shoot. Do not shoot. Do not shoot.
Who are you? You almost gave me a heart attack, which is impressive actually, seeing as I'm currently in Exo.
I'm Locke. Locke 3 specifically. I'm a guardian like you, and please do lower your weapon, because I do not want to die a 4th time. I may have died 3 times earlier, but we don't want to get into that. I am hoping you don't point that gun at me anymore, because I do not want to die a 4th time.
Oh, sure. Yeah, sorry, Guardian. You just really startled me. I wasn't scared, though. Just startled. That's all. How do you know my name, Guardian?
Come on, you're the Cyber Prime. Like, the Cyber Prime, the one that's the leader of the Fireteam of Fools. I watch your streams, at least your recent ones anyways, like, I think the recent 5 or 7.
Why does no one use our actual team name?
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I didn't mean to, like, make it seem like I was following you or anything. I was just minding my own business, searching for stuff, scraps, or anything, because, life of a scavenger. And, yeah, I just happened to hear you. And that's how I found you. I just followed your voice.
How much did you hear?
No, nothing really, other than... Yeah, no, I didn't hear anything. I mean, it sounded like a phone call. So if it was, then I am sorry if I interrupted it. I hope it wasn't too important.
No, seriously, don't worry. Locke, was it? Yeah, cool. I was just passing through anyway, so I'll leave you to your foraging.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. Yeah, sorry for bothering you. Good luck on your next mission, Cyberboy.
Hey, Locke 3, where's your fire team?
I don't really have any of those.
Have you tried looking for one yet?
Yeah, no, I'm not on the search for a fire team yet. I am, I'm currently looking for myself, like, I'm sorting things out, like, I'm a new light, and I've only been resurrected just a week ago.
Ah, right. I guess that does explain a lot. Where were you when your ghost found you?
Yeah, it was probably just right here, or somewhere around here, I don't know. Again, it's only been a week.
Huh, interesting. I was resurrected right here too.
Wow, isn't that a coincidence?
Yeah, I guess so. The Vanguard get a lot of Guardians from around the Cosmodrome, actually. Although, most come from all over the planet and beyond. Here just has a higher average than other areas for some reason.
Ooh, maybe we could have known each other before the collapse, like I could have, like, just been your average familiar face. Maybe we could have been co-workers, or maybe we could have been best friends, for what all we know.
I mean, it's not impossible, but there were a lot of people here before it all went down. Why exactly are you back here, though? Shouldn't you be off, like, training, exploring, or learning your way around the tower? It took me ages to get used to it after the last one was attacked.
What?
Oh, right. You could also be spending this time to catch up on the history that you've missed, being dead and all. I could give you a list of all the texts that I read when I was just starting out. It really helped me understand everything that I faced. Kinda.
Maybe not now, but when I have the free time, then yeah, I'll definitely read up on that stuff.
I mean, sure, that's probably the normal way to do it. So, what are you looking for?
I'm right now, I'm just looking for anything that could tell me about my past, like, who I was before.
Well, I don't want to disappoint, but everything around here is either rusted away or been destroyed by the local wars. But hey, I'm not gonna stop you.
I know you're probably right, but I kinda gotta know, like, I feel like I have to, because I wanna know. Anyways, I'll stop distracting you. Thanks for talking with me, Cyber Prime.
Alright, Cyber. He's new light. You should probably do it. That's what you would have wanted back then, but no one did it. Okay. Hey, you know what, new light? I'll help. But I'll have to go whenever the Vanguard call me back for a mission. I'm expecting one soon-ish. They always seem to throw them at me.
Are you serious?
Until I have to go, I'll be your guide into being a Guardian. A Guardian guide, if you will. Ask me whatever you want to know while we look around for anything that might help you.
Oh, that's brilliant. Thank you, Cyber Prime. I appreciate it.
You can just call me Cyber, Locke.
Sure thing, Cyber. So, how long did it take you to get to the last city when you made your first trip there?
Not that long. I had to fight off some fallen, like find a ship without a jump drive and then fly out of here.
You found a ship here? I had to travel to another spaceport to find mine. It's missing a thruster.
Lights out. Lights out, Cyber Prime. I'm going to hit you with the slide shotgun and then go for the gritty.
You're telling me you fought a load of robo-enhanced parasite fallen here?
And became an Iron Lord because of it, yeah.
Maybe I should look around for some of that stuff. Sounds useful. Deadly, but useful.
Lights out.
Ah!
What the...
The Warlock can't heal you this time, Lightbearer.
Oh, shit! Ugh.
What?
Ugh. Thank you, Cyber Prime. I mean, Cyber.
So, is that your normal barricade?
It's not usually that small, I swear. Wait, you're a Titan? Since when were you a Titan?
It's a long story, but right now we've got to figure out a way out of this. Run. If you can cast your super, we should be able to split up and flank them. There's no way they can handle us both at full power.
Ha ha ha, about that.
What? If you need a bit to charge, I've brought us maybe 30 seconds.
No, the time isn't the problem. It's my light. My super.
What about it?
I have never cast a super. I just can't. I tried it dozens of times and it just doesn't work.
Okay. Shit, that's okay. We can, you got a ship nearby?
Kinda, I guess. It's in orbit.
Mine too. Call it, and we'll transmat out of here.
Come on, come on. Damn. I can't call my ship. Something going on, like an interference or something.
Same here. Whoever this is must be jamming our signal somehow.
Alright, what now? Whoa!
We wait.
What? We can't sit here forever, we'll be sitting drakes!
They're moving, whoever they are. So all we have to do is wait until the route to the wall is clear.
But that'll mean they'll have a clear shot on us before we run!
Then you better run quick. I'll hold them off.
What if you die? Your ghost will be vulnerable!
And trust me, I'll be fine. Now get ready. The shooting has stopped.
What does that mean?
They're close. Now! Well, you certainly are scary up close. I'll give you one chance to lower your weapons so we can talk this through like civilized people.
You are not a person.
Harsh.
You're nothing more than a corpse.
My light! What is this?
You're just a broken weapon, used to kill those that don't take refuge beneath your treacherous god.
Okay, that's a bit deep. How about we go back to the fighting instead? Oh, shit. Come on. Why isn't this healing?
Your ghost just lost its connection to the light. Now, you're mine, Lightbearer. And then, I'll hunt down your friend.
Not if I have anything to say about it.
Even without your power, you're willing to die on your feet. You're a fool.
Probably. But that's what a guardian does.
Wait. Those words. Your voice. Cyber.
Ah!
Hey, Cyber Prime, come on, we gotta go!
Why did you come back?
I couldn't just leave you! What kind of guardian would I be if I did that?
You know, my other Fireteam members probably would have left. Not out of malice or anything, they probably just would have forgotten about me. Ugh. Just go on without me. Get somewhere to call your ship.
No, we are in this together. I am not letting one of the most powerful guardians get struck down by a guy with some sniper rifle.
Look, I don't want to pull rank on you, but you're in over your head. This guy has light dampening tech. I can't fight him.
Hey, you were in over your head when you stormed the Black Garden, right? We could take them together, I think.
No! No, I'm sorry. But please, you have to go.
Hey,
Oh, please don't be a goon of that guy that was attacking us.
take it easy. I'm a guardian. Or I was.
Who are you?
Look, that is not really what matters right now. We need to get somewhere safe, where old Ghost Trapper won't find us.
Ghost Trapper. But that's not...
What's a ghost trapper? Is that the guy that's attacking us? Because he took Cyber's life from what I've seen.
Then he was lucky. Now come on. Pick him up and follow me. We don't have long before he's on the hunt again.
Lead the way,
Reg, ex-guardian. Now follow me if you want to keep your light and your lives.
Oh, I have a bad feeling about this one. Cyber, are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay, Cyber? You have the sign on the window, then you struck you a crescendo, Cyber.
Have you ever heard the legends of the Ghost Trapper? It was this tale that experienced guardians would tell new lights to scare them into keeping their ghosts safe. An unstoppable warrior of fury and darkness would hunt down new lights and take their ghosts if we didn't protect them at all times. We never took it seriously. But I guess no one ever does take ghost stories seriously until they become the victim. This monster is real. Whether the legend inspired him or he inspired the legend, it makes no difference. When he finds a new guardian, he only fires 2 bullets. One for the guardian, and 1 for their ghost. His name is Carve. and he killed my fire team.
So how do you know so much about this warrior?
That's actually where the legends differ. He is no entity of the darkness. He's a man, driven only by fury and a hatred for all guardians. He has devoted his entire existence to killing us, and he has made the Cosmodrome his home, which is smart, considering the amount of new lights that originate from here.
But how do you know so much about him?
Well, once Troy 4 and Lant, my fire team, was killed, I ran.
So you left them?
Listen, not everyone is as noble as you two are, okay? I wasn't about to die just to help someone else survive. But as I was saying, once my fire team was killed, I realized I couldn't escape the Cosmodrome easily, so I hid. I never stopped moving because I knew he was following me. After a while, though, I made a discovery. I found his ship.
Where was it?
Just down a snowy path, past some rocks. But that doesn't matter. What matters is that I got inside.
Okay, but how did you get inside then?
Well, I recognized the door lock on the ship, and I knew how to get it open without a signal. A trick I learned from my time working as a mechanic for Holiday. But anyways, I snuck in, and I found everything.
Everything? What exactly is everything?
Weapons, his weird grenades that suppress light for a couple hours, a book filled with ticks and crosses, a weird pulsating emitter sort of device that I couldn't figure out, and a box of dead ghosts, all practically destroyed.
Wait, hold on. An emitter-like device? That must be what's stopping our signals from leaving the area. Maybe. If we can board his ship, I can figure out how to disable it. I'm pretty good with technology, if I say so myself.
Dude, your mission broadcasts have the quality consistence of a rotten spud.
Ouch. Look, keeping a good HD quality and high frame rate is difficult when you're being blasted by aliens from every angle while trying to make sure your friends don't get lost or commit a crime. Which is my day-to-day life.
Yeah, we'll put that on hold for a second, and let's start talking about how you're able to transform. You're a Titan, creating barriers as if you've been doing it since your first res, wielding abilities as if you've known how to do them since day one.
I will, later, I promise, but right now we need to know where this ship is. We can sneak on. 3 Guardians will be more than enough.
Not exactly. But anyways, good luck trying. Once he found me snooping, he's parked that baby up in orbit since. It only comes down when he needs a resupply, and that ain't often.
Okay, so this Carve, he's been hunting you ever since he killed your fire team?
Almost a month now. His helmet is capable of tracking light, which is why I'm alive.
What's that supposed to mean?
You know, when we met, I introduced myself as an ex-guardian? That's not just because I gave up the duty. I'm lightless.
I'm sorry.
Don't be. I was the one who caused it.
You severed your connection on purpose? How? Why?
Well, when I was on his ship, I discovered notes on how he planned on upgrading his helmet. And how he succeeded, learning how to trace and track light from guardians, so he would never lose them during his hunt. So, when he found me snooping around on his ship, I had a choice to make. A split-second decision. I threw my ghost the opposite direction and sprinted away as fast as I could. The feeling when the gunshot rang out and the light left my body was something I've never felt before. A part of me left that day, along with my first friend in this new life. But I kept running, and that's what kept me alive. No light, no trace.
I know how it feels to lose your connection to the Traveler.
The Traveler? I couldn't care less. I just lost my ability to be careless. That's all. Besides, you got your light back pretty quickly, all things considered. I'll never get it back. You don't really know what it's like to lose something as important as that.
More than you know.
Wait, hold up. If he's able to track light, then that means we're not safe. We gotta go. We gotta go, guys. Come on, we gotta go. Come on.
Look, Cyber's light has been dampened, and as far as I can tell, you have one of the weakest connections to the light that I have ever seen if you aren't able to cast a super. We'll be fine.
Hey, leave off him.
I'm just saying what needs to be said, Prime. Now, you're welcome to stay here, but if you give away my position, or if I even get an idea that you could get me killed, then I won't hesitate to leave you on your own. Stay away from the mattress in the corner. It's mine. You can find a couple rocks or something.
Look, we're not just gonna stay here. We need to fight this guy.
You two? Fight him? You're hilarious.
I mean, hey, we could take him. We got Cyber Prime. He's taken down hive gods, killed some dragons and all that,
And he's not able to heal from a gunshot for the next couple hours. Look, I know you think you're all-powerful, but take it from me. That strength can disappear in an instant.
Well, I'd rather die fighting a monster than hiding in some ruins waiting for him to come and kill me. We'll figure out a plan on our own. And we will fight him. With or without your help.
Your funeral. Just don't expect me to be here if you come back scared. Don't touch my food, either. I will fight for it. It's mine, and I'll know if you take any.
So we're gonna have a plan, aren't we?
Yeah, of course. That's what I do. I make plans. No one ever follows them, but we end up beating the bad guy anyways, so don't worry. We'll be able to do this.
Great, okay. So where do we start?
The signal jammer. If it works the way I think it does, and I'm usually right about this sort of stuff, then there has to be some way for Carve to communicate to his ship for resupply. Because, let's face it, it's not going to be on a timer.
Okay, I am pretty sure I didn't catch any of that, but whatever it was, I'm all for it.
Well, he must have a very specific frequency for his personal signal that the jammer allows through. So if we are able to discover what it is, and duplicate it for our own signals, we might just be able to transmit a signal strong enough to call for help.
I mean, cool, I still don't understand, and I have no idea how any of that works, but I'm all for it still.
We'll need some parts, or better yet, a fully functioning private signal transmitter of our own. One powerful enough to bypass Vanguard blocked channels so you could listen in to their meetings.
That's weirdly specific.
It's weirdly specific because I built a device exactly for this purpose for a friend of mine a long time ago, before he, Well, his name was David, and he was my first partner.
Huh, nice. So how does that help us?
Well, David was one angry, aggressive, and most importantly, slightly paranoid son of a gun when we started out. So much so that he asked me to build him a device capable of listening into private frequencies and capable of sending prank calls to the speaker all the way from the moon.
Cool, alright, so where do we find it?
I don't know for sure, but all I know is that he hid it in one of his secret stashes before he left on his wellness retreat. And according to the last time I checked the tracker I hid in it, that stash is located nearby, here in the Cosmodrome.
Okay, so we raid the stash, grab the device, and hide out there while calling for help.
That doesn't sound as heroic as I would have liked, but yeah, that's about right.
Alright then, let's roll out! Sorry, got a little carried away.
That's my line. Never say that again, please.
Are you sure you're gonna be alright on that leg?
Yeah, but we'll need to be quick. I can feel the light coming back, which is usually a good thing, because I'll heal. But that also means Carve will be able to find us. This is a very mind-twisting situation.
Alright then. Either way, Cyber Prime.
It's just cyber, Locke.
What's on your mind now, Cyber?
I just remembered something else that might make matters more interesting. Or confusing, probably. Depending on your perspective.
Interesting or confusing how?
Carve. He recognized me. He recognized me. Whoa. He's a fan.
I thought I'd find my brother here, looking out to the light instead of celebrating in the dark. You always were a daydreamer. Sorry, Nare. I jest. Have you ever thought about what we're doing? I mean the dangers. We're literally taking on the last city. We're gonna be on the Vanguard's most wanted any day now. Come on, Carve. Think about it for a second. They banished all of us. They stole our homes from us, so we're simply stealing a new home from them. Look, this place literally used to be owned by the House of Devils, before Shaxx led an assault on it. And furthermore, it's not the most popular map for the Crucible shows. Yes, but we're still stealing an entire Crucible map from them. Don't you think that'll have consequences? Look, all we did was break a few laws here and there, and they stole our home. This is the consequences for their actions. We killed them. Cheer up. Look, they can get a Crucible map somewhere else any day. They're not going to want this place for much longer anyway. I heard they were thinking of removing it from the Crucible competitions before we left anyways.
Oh, I sure do love being a guard around here. The scenery is a lot nicer than it was in the last, but whoa. Did anyone else hear that?
But we killed Guardians, Nare. We didn't just steal. That bank was guarded by actual Guardians. They'll know we're here at any time now. We can't stay. It's not safe. It's like I'm the only one trying to keep the group alive.
Listen here, brother. You are not the leader. I am. And I say this is a perfect, sheltered, safe place to stay for now. The enemies of humanity are too scared to come close because they think there's Guardians here. It's perfect. Besides, these people need a win. We take this place from the Guardians, that will show them that we're still strong enough to survive without their protection. These people need that.
But we found a working jump ship. A jump ship! Why can't we just go and leave the area forever? Find somewhere where the aliens or the Guardians won't find us. Somewhere, I don't know, tropical?
Look, we're tired of running. We need to take a stand at some point.
You know, I think the Vanguard were trying to brainwash us with all that talk about the darkness outside the city walls. Shit's bright as fuck out here.
No, I don't think that's what they were. Never mind.
What was that?
Who's there? Is that you, Johnny? We've had enough of your pranks.
No, we don't. We have a ship that even has a weird signal jammer experimental thing in the cargo hold. If that's not the perfect chance to escape without anyone detecting us, then I don't know what is.
We will have that as a backup plan, but now we stay here. We will defend this place as our new home.
But Guardians will come.
Then we will kill them too.
But what if we can't? We were lucky enough the first time. Who's to say we can be lucky again?
Then we'll study them. We'll train. Hell, we'll contact the weapons maker we reached out to for the bank job. With enough determination and dedication, we can do anything. Do you understand me?
Fine. Yeah. But these people's lives are in your hands alone now.
Just trust me, Carve. That's all I ask. We will be stronger than ever. Wait and see.
What the hell is going on?
I don't know. I'm sure it's just some of the guys messing around.
That doesn't sound like messing around to me. Let's go!
No, you stay here.
What? They need our help?
No, they need my help. Stand down. That's an order.
No!
As your leader and as your brother, I need you to stay here and hide.
Hey Nare, I don't mean to interrupt, but there's a Guardian here.
No!
Wait!
You killed them all.
Oh, there's more of you. Didn't realize.
Carve, I need you to run now. Get to the ship and leave.
That's very honorable of you, for a murderer. I guess there is honor among thieves.
We can take him. We can avenge them.
No, you can't, but you're more than welcome to try. Ignore the smell of monkey poo, by the way. It's all over my ship. And also a really, really long story.
Run, Carve. Please.
No. Come on, Lightbear. I'm gonna kill you.
Alright, I've had enough of this grunt work.
Wait, no!
Well, now Shax owes me a favour.
Hey, there you are. I was looking all over for you. You weren't answering your radio. Thank you for finally answering this signal. Shax wanted you to do that? Man, I didn't realize the list missions were actually like that.
Yeah, he wanted these bandits to pay and he wanted his Crucible arena back. Honestly, it was a pretty boring assignment.
Well, hey, these were the bad guys. So you defended the last city. That's what Guardians do.
I feel bored. Can we go on another raid now?
I don't think there are any world-ending events that would require a raid team currently ongoing, but I mean, we can check.
Alright, let's go. I'll need to wash the smell of my armor anyway.
You should really stop feeding him so many peanuts, you know?
You were right, brother. Someone does need to stand up and fight these monsters. They murder with no remorse or consequences. Their ghosts, the light has simply turned them into irresponsible weapons, too dangerous to be allowed to exist. I will train, I will study them, and I will hunt them down one by one for as long as I'm able, and I will become their fear until their very last dying breath. For you, brother, I will bring their final death.
So you have no idea why this guy knows and hates you?
Nope, none at all. I'm sure he's just someone who dislikes Guardians and found my stream or something. But anyways, that doesn't matter, because I found it.
You find the cache?
Yep, and it's filled with, peanuts. The transmission device, half of a robotic cat droid, more peanuts, and...
Oh, right, cool. Do you have the device?
Yeah. If I shake it, it sounds like there may be peanuts in it, but it still seems to be working.
Great, let's round back to Reg's place and get it set up.
Nice save.
Thank you.
Let's see if Reg is still there.
How's your light feeling?
It's coming back, you know? So, we need to hurry.
Sucks that we can't even summon our own sparrows.
Yeah, my ghost is having a hard time with stuff too. This signal suppression device must be very advanced to combat Guardians in this manner. Whoever built it was smart. Smarter than anyone I know.
There you are.
Cyberprime presents the Fireteam of Fools, New Light Audio Finale. Cyber, in his heavily plated yet practical Titan form, consisting of his signature white and blue color scheme, and Locke, the brown New Light Guardian with beginner scrap-together gear, searched around the room they found themselves in. It had been a short trek to this facility, which boasted a suitable satellite array. It was not as powerful as the array Cyber had activated years ago to let Rasputin escape into the solar system, but with the upgrade Cyber was about to make on it, using the device they found in David's cache, it would do. It had to do, because if not, they would be standing around here with nothing else to do but die. Locke stood in the doorway of the rusted, creaking building, looking out into the graveyard of abandoned buildings and grown-over railway tracks that would have once ferried people to and from ships that heralded a never-ending golden age for humanity, the times before the darkness.
So, what are we gonna do when he comes? Because I'm pretty sure he's gonna notice us calling for help.
Cyber didn't look up from his position, crouched at the base of the terminal. He reached in shoulder-deep behind the panels in an attempt to rig his upgrade together, straining slightly by the sounds of it. Yeah, well, sadly, that's the only thing we can do. Whatever way this device is working, we can't use this to summon our own ships or call for help.
Well, hurry up if you can. We probably don't have long.
Cyber rolled his head in exasperation. Locke didn't seem to notice, with his weapon raised, moving to and fro all along the wasteland outside, with nothing moving but the breeze and the leaves of sprawling bushes. This is more complicated than it sounds, okay? Any sign of Reg? Locke looks around.
No, girl's long gone. Stayed true to her word. Probably took the food too.
Yeah, well, food will be the last of our problems if we don't. A satisfying beep whistled through the room as Cyber allowed his arm to relax and slowly pulled it through the wiring of the terminal and into freedom. He sat back as the screen ticked into life with a surprisingly analog flair for a Golden Age machine. After a few seconds, all of the bars were green and an uplink to a satellite was made via the device Cyber implemented to pierce through Carve's signal suppression from his ship temporarily. There! I got it! Frequency secured.
Really? Amazing. Go ahead and call some of your friends on the Vanguard. Have them send a few fire teams or something.
Yeah, about that. I don't exactly have a lot of friends in the Vanguard yet. Cyber stood up and dusted himself off as Locke stepped into the room fully, tapping Cyber on the shoulder to make sure he heard him right.
What do you mean? Cyber Prime, you're practically their favorite.
Yeah, well, even if that's true, I rarely got around to, talking to anyone outside of work.
How many people can you call for help, then?
I've got a couple ideas, but once we start broadcasting, Carve is gonna know where we are. So I need you to go and hide. Locke stepped back and crossed his arms.
What? He's gonna be on his way soon. You can't do it alone.
I've won against worst odds. Mostly. So you need to run and hide far away from here. Somewhere he won't find you, until it's all done.
What? No, I won't go. Worst odds my ass.
I am ordering you to leave, Locke. You do not need to be here for this. Locke threw his hands in the air and pointed an accusing finger towards Cyber with his free hand.
Alright, okay, I get it. You're telling me to run, and leave you to the fighting, because you don't think I'm strong enough to handle myself out there. Because my connection to the life isn't that great compared to everyone else. Well, you know what? I thought you were different. You're just like every other Guardian I met.
Locke spun as Cyber tried to reach out and claw the air in his fist, before slamming it onto his thigh. I can't let you stay here because I can't let someone else die under my watch! Locke stopped pacing and looked over his shoulder.
What?
David, my friend. He died after we defeated Zol on Mars. It was unexpected, weird, and I was powerless to do anything to help him. I was so confident that he would be okay, that I didn't even panic. We were always okay. Cyber, David, partners in crime for any mission the Vanguard could throw at us. But it was until I realized that he was disintegrated by void energy that everything really sunk in. He was gone, and there was nothing I could do. I cannot let that happen again. Locke leaned with his back against the wall, away from Cyber, who would return to the terminal to begin attempting a call.
Cyber, I'm sorry, I didn't realize how.
You didn't know. It's okay. I'm sorry, but as the leader of the Fireteam, every injury, every mistake, it's all my responsibility, and mine alone.
But it doesn't have to be that way.
I write reports and mission plans that only I ever read. I study books and files to know everything I can about threats and mysteries of the universe, just so I can be prepared. And even then, it doesn't always work. So now, against someone that I don't understand, someone who knows me somehow, someone who is capable of killing Guardians and suppressing light, I can't let you stay here. So please, go. I'll fight him alone. I'll get us enough time. Locke stepped to the side of Cyber and gingerly placed a hand on his shoulder. That may have been reassuring if he didn't see the hesitation before doing so.
Cyber, you decided to help me explore my past when no one else cared. You were even willing to sacrifice yourself so that I could get away. I think it's only fair to return the favor. Besides, if I'm gonna die, then it's better dying alongside a living legend than on my own in the ruin eating beans from a can.
Cyber and Locke laughed for a moment of release from the hunt they were fighting to survive. Thank you, Locke.
Don't mention it, possible best friend from a previous life.
I feel personally attacked by your previous comment.
Cyber and Locke turned to see Reg standing in the entrance. She leaned with one arm above her head against the doorframe, her dark blue and grey hunter gear silhouetted by the deceptively tranquil sunlight outside.
I feel like that was directed at me, but I got so caught up in your conversation, I forgot to interject.
You didn't leave?
Oh, I left all right. I was halfway out of the Cosmodrome when I realized that I forgot my favorite rock. So I thought I might as well stick around and help you out.
Oh, hey, you're still here. I knew you were still a Guardian.
Reg paced around the two and flipped off the new light sarcastically.
Listen, kid. I'm not doing this out of the goodness of my now mortal heart. If we kill this creepy son of a bitch, then I can go on without looking over my shoulder. More than I usually do.
So you're in?
Until things get dirty, which they inevitably will. Then I won't hesitate to leave you.
Cyber shook his head and placed his hands on his hips. Locke looked from one to the other, unsure exactly how to contribute in this burgeoning alliance. That's as good as we'll get, I suppose.
Did you hear everything about how that machine thing works?
Yeah, it's just some sort of glorified telephone. We're gonna make a call. So what do you want us to do, Prime?
Cyber nodded in affirmation. I need you two to slow him down until I get a message out. Then we should be able to take him. Alright, team. Let's roll out and do this. Cyber returned to the terminal as Locke and Reg ran out of the doorway, readying their weapons as they went. Activating signal. Oh, this better work, Ghost. Cyber cracked his knuckles and began to type. Carve, the dark, wandering Guardian killer, with the terrifying single crimson visor to pierce his shadow, stepped into the open. He had followed the Guardian's light signatures to this location, and after a short period of scouting, he noticed the satellite dish had been powered on. He laughed dryly to himself, quietly, a desperate plea that would go unanswered. He raised the weapon in front of his eyes, and slowly scanned it across the entire compound, until a dim light source could be seen in the satellite building through its lens.
There you are.
He held up his long-barreled sniper rifle, equipped with a custom light-tracking visor. He himself did not fully understand how it worked or was created, but one thing he did know was how it helped him kill Guardians. He flicked back his long cape and reached across his chest for the cartridges containing ammunition. One by one, he slotted the ammo into his weapon with a satisfying pull and click. The weapon was ready, and his process of almost surgical precision and perfection was complete. He stepped one foot after another, careful to be as silent as possible as he advanced past the small village layout of industrial buildings. The space was more open than he would like, but the element of surprise would always be his ally. And even if that failed him, the temporary light suppression grenades strapped to his hip would make sure his job is done. Another tool provided by his benefactor. As he peeked around the wall towards the door to the satellite building, the thought creeped up from the recess of his mind into the forefront. Why did his benefactor support his actions? The secrecy made sense, but the collection of dead ghosts and murdered exo-pieces from Guardians in the Cosmodrome was oddly specific. But as long as he kept providing bodies, the benefactor supplied him discreetly with means to put more light-bearers in the ground, and that was fine by him. Carve looked down suddenly to see a cylindrical grenade had embedded itself into the soil by his foot. He didn't even have time to breathe as he let his instincts take over, using full force to kick the grenade away with his foot. It was barely a few feet away from him before it exploded into a burst of fire and shrapnel. Several embering pieces sliced through his cape and embedded into his armor plating, but he dove back behind the nearest wall to avoid most of the blast's severity. Reg poked her shotgun out from behind her concrete wall remnant of cover and fired at Carve. He ducked back at the last second. The shot screamed through the air, inches from his visor. He stepped back, took a quick breath, and moved to return fire. But before he could finish his movement, a rifle shot pinged against the wall above his head. Swearing under his breath, he rolled forward and crawled into an overturned concrete pipe of some description. That was cracking with age and now cracking even more with gunfire from two distinct angles. He moved through the pipe, caked in mud and dust, seeing a collection of steel beams within sprinting distance from the other opening of the pipe. He needed something to ensure his safety from this position to that potential high ground. He let his head rest on the cold stone behind him. The bullets continued to roar, every so often hitting the pipe itself or deflecting to the ground just outside both entrances. He stopped breathing and listened intently to the bullet fire. After one long breath, he racked his rifle and crouched up to his feet. He knew where both shots came from. He knew the angles he had to watch for. Now he just needed to fight back. Cyber stood at the terminal, having already input his information with such ferocity that the console keypad was in danger of being crushed. Alright, come on, pick up! The terminal emitted a short, hopeful answering noise. Yes, Turtle Guy, do you hear me? I need help. My coordinates are...
Hey guys, it's your guy, Turtle Guy's answering machine. Yes, you've reached the answering machine of Turtle Guy. Please feel free to not leave a message, as I reserve that option exclusively to my agent, and anyone willing to enter business with me. If this is anyone who Turtle Guy owes money to, then I'm afraid to inform you that you've called the wrong number. Goodbye.
Cyber took a moment. What? Outside, Carve remained pinned down by the irregular firing patterns of the shooters. He continued to wait and bide his time for the perfect moment.
Keep shooting, New Light! He can't get us both!
What do you think I'm doing? Saying hello?
Carve growled under his breath. He raised his weapon to see a faint shimmer of light in one specific direction. This also happened to be where one of the bullets were coming from.
Got you.
He grabbed loose a chunk of concrete and with a mighty pull tore the piece of rubble clean out of the wall of the pipe. He hurled it at speed out of the end of his cover that was closer to his targets. Instantly their shooting momentarily latched onto the movement, and it was too late before they noticed. Carve leapt out and up and behind the steel beam mound and raised his weapon exactly in the direction he had scanned previously. Locke tripped backwards in shock and realization as Carve pulled the trigger, sending a bullet whistling through the air dangerously close to his helmet as he tumbled down and scrambled back behind cover.
Crap! It got me!
Carve turned to face Reg's cover and fired round after round towards her. She was pinned down, and he closed his distance with every step like a predator enclosing its terrified prey.
Ah, shit.
Inside the terminal room, Cyber had managed to transmit another call. Come on, one more, please pick up!
Hello? Who is this?
Yes, Whoover, it's me!
Who's me?
Whoover, it's Cyber. I need you to send a strike team to the Cosmodrome at my location.
Why?
Because we're in danger!
Who else is with you? Did you make more friends? Did you make replacement friends?
Whoover, this is not the time for talking. I need help.
This isn't the time. Sorry, I didn't realize you were busy. I'll call back later. Bye, Cyber.
The terminal beeped to announce the call had been suspended. No, Whoover, I was the one who called you. Cyber knocked his head repeatedly against the terminal screen. Locke skidded to a stop as he meteored into the room, just in time to see Cyber remove his forlorn head from the screen.
I don't think Reg will be able to hold him off for much longer. Did you get anyone?
No, not yet. But there's one more person I can try, but it's a long shot. They heard the bullets clattering across the battlefield outside as Reg remained crouched down behind her cover, her head darting around to look for a possible escape route.
Come on, Reg. Come on.
Carve slowly stepped in a long arc to gain an angle around the rubble, his finger on the trigger, ready for the slightest movement, the slightest opportunity.
You're the one that got away. You were the first Guardian who managed to slip between my fingers. But now I've got you all within my sights. There's no escape for you now.
Carve braced himself for one last step.
Soon enough, you will all be joining your dead friends.
He leapt around the corner, landing down to one knee to avoid a potential headshot, raising his weapon to pull the trigger. But he didn't have to. Reg was nowhere to be seen. All that remained was the subtle telltale signs of torn-up soil and stones that left a mark of where she scrambled through a nearby chain-link fence.
Cowards!
He looked over his shoulder after hearing a quiet, distant muffle of sound distorted by the breeze. Across the large open space and overgrown rusting rails and train cars, Carve barely seen Locke dip back into the doorway.
Oh, crap. Okay. Okay, he's coming. I think Reg ran.
I don't know if this signal is reaching you, but if it is, I need you to take out the ship currently stationary in orbit above the Cosmodrome, above these coordinates. It will let us signal for help and call our ships. Please, hurry.
Calling for help, are we?
Carve had his weapon trained on Locke's head.
Judging by your light levels, your light is almost fully back, Cyber.
How do you know me, Carve?
Funny. You don't remember? But why would you? After all the people you've killed, what's another name on that list that you shared with him?
Look, don't know what I've done to anger you, but let Locke go and we can talk this out.
The time for talking died with my brother.
Carve turned and fired towards Cyber, who took the bullet to the head. His ghost materialized over the falling corpse. Carve racked another bullet, but received a bullet to his shoulder from Locke's panicked, flailing firing. He grabbed his shoulder and rolled out of the door to find cover. Locke continued to fire suppressing bullets to ward off the killer as Cyber resurrected back to his feet.
What are we gonna do? We can't fight him! I can't fight him! I can't channel the light!
Cyber hit the butt of his weapon through the rusting metal panel boards to give him a viewpoint. He moved to look out, but jerked his head back as another bullet flied through. Cyber tried to return fire. Hey, listen to me. You've survived this long, and you didn't need the light. Your connection to the light isn't what makes you a guardian, Locke. It's the actions you take to defend people. It's the willingness to sacrifice everything to ensure the survival of the last city and its people. That's what makes you a guardian. Now channel that, and let's beat this guy.
Yeah! Yeah!
Cyber and Locke both leap out simultaneously to shoot Carve, but stopped dead in their tracks when they noticed that he was holding a rocket launcher. Locke, run! Carve fired the rocket towards them without any further hesitation. Cyber looked around and checked himself. He was fine. And after this moment of disbelief passed, he saw Locke. He was straining and panting, down on one knee, with both arms extended, seeming to push against the air itself. He was illuminated with purple energy, channeling his void into a void bubble shield around them. He had seen bigger wards of dawn in his time, but Cyber couldn't help but nod in approval. Hey, look at that, Locke. You did it.
It's about damn time!
Locke collapsed down into a crouch once the Ward of Dawn became fully independent.
Impossible. Your light level wasn't even registering moments ago.
Guess what, asshole? I leveled up.
The light works in mysterious ways, Carve. Sometimes in ways we don't even understand. Quite regularly, actually. But what we do know is to trust in its power to do good. And I feel my power to do good returning as strong as it's ever been, asshole. Cyber slowly stepped out of the bubble, but suddenly he glowed brightly. Emerging from the bubble, he was now a hunter, spinning his hand cannon and readying it for a shot. His armor was similar in white and blue, but his cape bellowed a long white. He had managed to convince himself to shed the broodier black and crimson armor he had worn to avenge Cade, but a small part of him still missed that color scheme, especially when he was a hunter.
You're not like the rest. What are you?
My name is Cyber Prime, and I'm here to stand against you for every guardian you've killed.
Fine. No matter. Then you will die like the rest.
Carve moved to throw another grenade to suppress Cyber, but before he could let loose the projectile, a bullet fired through his hand, knocking the grenade out and onto the floor, and causing him to grab his newfound wound.
Ah! My grenade!
Everyone looked over and up to the top of a nearby train container, where Reg reloaded her rifle.
Oh, you're in for it now, you son of a bitch.
Carve violently tore off a segment of his cloak, and quickly wrapped it around his wound to stop the bleeding from his palm. Cyber raised the ace of spades. Let's do this. Carve lunged towards Cyber, punching towards him with his good fist, but Cyber rolled away to dodge. Before Cyber could do anything else, Carve had grabbed his hand cannon and fired shot after shot until the revolver was clicking empty. Cyber leapt and flipped onto his hands to propel himself into the safety of the Ward of Dawn, avoiding every shot. Cyber made a playful shrugging motion of his shoulders, causing Carve to clench his fist and throw his revolver to one side. His wound was bleeding more profusely than before with the added pressure and rage he was exhibiting. He turned and sprinted to cover, swinging his rocket launcher from his back and into his arms to reload. Cyber noticed and leapt through the shield and threw a knife. It spun gracefully through the air towards the killer, but clattered harmlessly to the ground beside him.
Missed.
Ah, that's not great. Carve stood up and fired his rocket towards Cyber, before faltering backwards, barely avoiding a shot from Reg. Cyber channeled all the light he could muster and activated his Arc Strider super. A massive staff composed of pure arc lightning sparked into his hands, which he spun with incredible ferocity. The lightning hissed and crackled with speed, as it almost composed a tangible shield in front of him. The rocket hit it square on, but through the maneuvering of the shield and a bit of paracausal protection, the arc staff deflected the rocket back towards Carve. Carve was launched into the air as he barely dodged the rocket blast. He fell and rolled onto his side. He felt a rib crack inside him, and he struggled onto his knees. Carve slowly raised his gaze to witness Cyber slowly advancing towards him, now with no super, only the ace of spades in his hand, which Cyber readjusted in his grip.
Come on, you hunk of junk. Open transmat. Why isn't it working?
A radio static sound hissed from Carve's speakers, before a call answering click bleeped.
I'm afraid your ship isn't taking any calls right now, Carve. But if you'd care to wait, I'm sure some pieces of what's left will fall on top of you eventually.
Rocket Man, you got my message.
What? No. No.
Cyber looked up to see a very small explosion high above the Cosmodrome in orbit. It almost seemed like a very dim shooting star, even with the magnification of his helmet lens.
Loud and clear, Cyber. I'm on my way to land. I'll be with you shortly.
Take your time. This monster is done for. Cyber returned back to the present as both Locke and Reg stepped into view behind him. Carve stood warily to his feet, with nothing left to fight with except his collapsible sword, which he activated by flicking his wrist. The blade folded out into a long, slightly curved, thin weapon, which he gripped with both hands, trying to keep his ground. Cyber activated his golden gun and aimed at him resolutely. Put that down, Carve. You know one shot from this, and there's nothing left of you.
There's been nothing left of me for a long time, Lightbearer. You should know. You were there.
I don't know what you're talking about, Carve. I'm sorry if I ever did anything to hurt you, but you need to stand down.
No, your friend. He slaughtered my brother, my family. You were there in the aftermath. And you praised him.
Carve, I'm sorry, but if your people were killed by a guardian sent by the Vanguard, then they probably hurt people. Their death was probably brought on by themselves if they didn't stand down. But you don't have to die like them. Stop this, and I'll help you figure out everything that happened, and you might be able to let their memories rest.
I'll happily die right here, Prime. Right now. Knowing that I spent every waking moment that I had hunting down and killing your kind.
Cyber and Carve stood motionless, staring each other down. The embering solar energy flickered off of Cyber as his aim held steady. Carve could feel the intense heat from the Guardian before him, who had the power to eviscerate him in but a moment.
You want to know how many I killed? Ask your friend. Got a good look at my list.
You think we're all the bad guy, don't you? Genuinely.
You're all the same. You're all monsters who fight for what you have, even if it means killing those that have nothing.
Go on. Kill him. Let's get this over with.
Reg, would you shut up for once?
Cyber looked at Carve. He was shaking in pain, but maintained strength from adrenaline and hatred. He was desperate and violent and thoroughly convinced that he had to kill them. Cyber looked at him and felt only one thing deep inside himself. After another moment, Cyber allowed the golden gun to dissipate. We're not all monsters, Carve.
No. You're heroes to them. So I've got to be a monster to avenge them all.
Carve leapt forward with animalistic fervor, swiping his sword in a crazed slash. Cyber spun on his heel, avoiding the blade, and shot Carve once in the kneecap, buckling him down to the ground. Carve gritted his teeth, his breathing being muffled by his helmet as he glared over his shoulder to the Guardians.
Why are you not killing me? I killed your kind. So many of them. And yet you won't pull the trigger. Why?
Because the trigger doesn't always have to be pulled. Sure, when there's hive gods or vex minds that threaten our existence, sometimes you've gotta kill them. But you're not that, Carve. Locke and Reg walked up to Cyber. I'm gonna bring you in. I'm gonna stop your cycle of death before it leads to your own. Your need for vengeance has consumed you, and trust me, I actually know a little of what that's like.
You think you understand me? You think your heroics will show me the error of my ways? Understand this, corpse. There is no prison your Vanguard can put me in. It will stop me from continuing my work. I will drive you to extinction, or die trying, and there's nothing you can do to change that.
Maybe not. Maybe I'm a fool. But I'm not gonna give up hope. And that's what we do. We fight, even when there's barely any hope, until we can make our own. A guardian symbolizes hope for a better future. And hopefully you'll understand that someday.
Oh God, just kill me now.
Nope, but we will have to knock you unconscious, probably. Cyber turned to Reg, gesturing down at Carve. Would you like the honor?
Don't mind if I do.
Reg cracked her neck as she gripped her shotgun by the barrel with both hands and looked down at the murderer of her fireteam.
Lights out.
Reg swung the shotgun like a golf club, colliding with Carve's helmet with such force that it knocked him out cold and cracked his visor. He fell down, and with that, the three Guardians allowed themselves to breathe a sigh of relief. Cyber heard a ship coming into land as his ghost alerted him that all signals have been re-established. It was over.
So, let me get this straight. You're saying this one guy was able to take you all on at once?
A little while later, Rocketman stood at the base of his ship, clad in his vaguely Vex-Tech armor that he brought with him into this dimension. He leaned casually off of the hydraulic pillar that brought the ramp up and down, looking at Cyber, who had once again returned to his warlock form. Yeah, if you hadn't destroyed the ship, then he would have escaped, and who knows how many more Guardians would have died.
Well, then let's both be thankful your signal reached me all the way on Io.
Yeah, I knew it was a long shot, but hey, it paid off. Reg approached the two from the creaking sea of cars in the near distance.
I'm off. Thanks for stopping the guy, but if you ever change your mind and want him dead, find me. I want to see it.
That's pretty messed up, but you're welcome. Any idea what you're gonna do now?
Well, my skills of breaking into ships and generally places where I'm not supposed to be has the opportunity to make me some good money. So I know somewhere I might go to start a new business venture.
If I don't ask any questions, I won't have to arrest you.
Ha! It's funny you think I'd let you. Goodbye, Cyber Prime and Vex Dude I don't know. I hope our paths never cross again.
Reg walked away, waving over her shoulder to the two, who returned, not knowing if she even knew their actions or cared. She never looked back as she disappeared into the distance, with nothing but her weapons and a bag of supplies. Cyber did manage to notice Carve's collapsible sword hanging on her hip as she departed, but after everything, he didn't think it was anything to question her on.
So she seems to be taking her retirement well.
Yeah, but I think she wasn't entirely sold on the whole Guardian thing to begin with. I'm sure she'll be okay though. She seems like a survivor.
Well, what about the other guy? The new light?
Oh, Locke? He's back where all this began, searching for clues about his past.
Huh. Well, I guess he hasn't shaken up too much then.
No. I think he's just happy he was able to cast a super for the first time. Cyber and Rocketman glanced to the entrance of Rocketman's ship to see Carve, slouched down, still unconscious, tied to a crate with a heavy industrial chain. This guy was so dedicated to killing Guardians, and he was so effective because he preyed on the new lights and prevented them from calling for help. That's tech that you don't just find. Either he built it himself, or someone built it for him. I don't know what's scarier, but somehow I doubt he will tell us which, even in the tunnel.
I'll go ahead and take him back to the city. You don't need to worry about it.
Where are you gonna go after?
Well, there were some interesting things I learned on Io, but mostly just dead ends. Now I'm thinking I'll head to Mercury. I heard Osiris's followers know a thing or two about timelines.
Well, I wish you the best of luck, man. Let me know if you ever need anything.
Oh, don't you worry. I will. See you, Cyber.
See you, man. Rocketman gave a comedic salute and shook Cyber's hand before stepping up into his ship and launching into the sky towards the last city. Cyber watched as the ship flew into the atmosphere like a shooting star through the clouds. Now there was only one last thing to do. Well, two. Locke stood at the edge of the cliff in the Cosmodrome, close to where he was first resurrected once again. The distant calling of fallen captains echoed through the valley as the sun shone down on him.
I guess that's all we have to find here.
So you found something?
Ah, son of an ass!
Locke jumped, almost sliding off the cliff edge before steadying himself to see Cyber sitting on a nearby rusting husk of what was once a people carrier of some kind.
Ah, Traveler, you scared me!
Don't worry, Carve is on his way to a high-security Vanguard prison. You're safe now. Well, as safe as the world is outside the city walls.
Yeah, it's nice not getting chased by a crazy serial killer without access to most of my equipment. But anyways, to answer your question, yes, I did actually find something.
Oh really? What was it? Cyber stood up and walked towards Locke.
It was just where I was resurrected first. There was a small device that must have fallen out of my pocket or something. It's a beacon, showing the way to a location out deep in the solar system.
A tracker? Really?
I'm sure. I checked the directions with my ghost briefly.
Wow, that's okay. Well, I would heavily suggest thinking it through. If you're sure you want to follow this, which I think you do, then try and find a Fireteam to go with you. The system can be a very dangerous place, especially on planets that we don't have a strong hold on.
I think I'll take that advice. Thanks, Cyber.
Anytime. Locke moved to leave, but stopped when he noticed Cyber remained standing towards the cliff.
Hey, aren't you coming?
No, not yet. I think I'll just stay here for a while.
Ah, that's alright. I'll see you around, Cyber. Actually, before I go, why don't you try and look into who you were before? You never know. Might explain why you can transform like that. Which you still never explained to me.
Next time, Locke. I promise.
Alright. See you around, Cyber.
Call me if you ever need me. Locke walked away with his ghost, bobbing lazily by his side, ready to begin his life as a guardian, properly this time. All ready with the story to tell the other new lights when he returned to look for a fire team of his own.
I intend to! Don't worry, I already have your number as an emergency number.
Cyber let Locke leave to explore the Cosmodrome at his own pace now, before stepping to the edge of the cliff and easing himself to take a seat, letting his feet dangle off the edge. Well, that was certainly an unexpected adventure. I came here for some quiet time and I ended up fighting a guardian hunter, so I'll keep this quick, just in case some other dangerous event occurs, and this adventure already feels like it lasted a lot longer than it should have. What I was gonna say before, after the reminiscing, I was thinking about everything you went through and everything we went through together, and I just wanted to say I'm sorry. I'm sorry for letting you die. I could have researched it more. I could have done something differently, and thinking about it keeps me up every night. I never let anyone know because I don't want anyone to worry. I've got to stay strong for the fire team that remains, and for your memory. But after Carve, after seeing how he was fueled by rage, by the trauma and pain of his past, I don't ever want to become him, so I won't. I'm going to move on. It might take a while, but I will. I'll stay strong for Turtle Guy, for Whoover, you would have loved him, and for the people of the last city, and for your memory. I'll focus on being the best guardian that I can be, and I won't let anything stand in my way. Not even the tracker that I was raised with. Maybe wherever Locke's tracker leads is the same as mine, but I won't know. It's broken beyond repair. Always was. All I could ever get out of it was a single marking saying, body number 12. No idea what that means, but I never told you before because I knew you'd tell me to throw it away, for being too nerdy. But besides, now isn't the time for the past. Now's the time to make the future, that's what's important. I'll keep fighting for a better future, and I won't stop until it's real for everyone. He pushed himself up to his feet and dusted himself off. But thank you, David, for always being there, even when you mightn't have wanted to be. I won't let you down. I promise. Then, almost as if on cue, for when Cyber signaled his ship to land down from the sky beside him, his radio bleeped with an incoming transmission. As his ship eased itself down in a clearing ahead, Cyber took the call.
Cyber Prime, do you read me?
Loud and clear!
Great. We need you to get your fire team ready for an assault on the moon against the Hive ASAP.
Cyber stepped onto his ship, which began to rise into the air as he looked back out the ramp to the Cosmodrome that fell down to the earth behind him. Understood. I'll get them ready. I'm heading back to the tower now. Cyber Prime, rolling out. Thank you for listening to this episode of the Fireteam of Fools, New Light, starring MadLad66 as Locke, Toadsmoothie as Rocketman, Corvala as Reg, Whoover as Whoover, Turtle Guy as Turtle Guy, Cyber Prime as Cyber and Operator, and Riley Reloaded as Carve. Written, directed, and edited by Cyber Prime. Inspired by the world created by Bungie, this is a fan project. We do not own the rights to any locations, items, or assets designed and created and owned by Bungie. The ship creaked and groaned as it slowed to a stop in the cold void of space. Half of the view Locke could see from his viewport was Neptune, in all his swirling, pearlescent mystery. But in the other half, Locke's gaze was transfixed through the frost-glazed window towards the strange moon that resided ominously in the dark. Proteus, a moon not spherical like Luna, but polyhedral instead. It was a sight to behold, with its symmetry almost mesmerizing with terror of something resembling a facade of natural formation.
Alright. Here we go.
Locke pushed the joystick forward, and the engines of his ship gently eased the ship closer to this lost moon.
Catch you later.